All right, let's continue. So first, I want to talk about why I sort of want to learn photography as well as videography first, and then I want to combine this to my digital art journey. Because I began to realize as I take, say, a pad and try to go to the streets, sit in the forest, maybe in the cafeteria, in subway. I want to draw and capture a specific thing. I begin to realize that how lacking of basic understanding of photography, about composition, about all that, and I think that's like the thing that I'm lacking. So that's the reason I try to like solve it, work it out, and like train myself and let myself become better. So basically, I want to capture the moment of life using photography or whatever media that I can record this or just capture that moment. And then because I don't have that kind of skill to, quickly sketch it down and later draw from imagination, I will capture it first, okay? And then I will, analyze it and will practice based on my own original um, view of this work. And I want the creation to be relevant, as it's relevant to me, okay? If it's just some random thing that happened in other people's life, it doesn't really matter to me. And I try to like write some sketch, write some story from scratch, but that doesn't resonate with myself. So I think maybe just the most relevant thing to me is my life. Okay, so I would like take my phone or take a camera. Recently, I yeah, this is a second-hand camera that I bought many years ago. When I was in college, or maybe I'm not sure. Maybe yeah, after I work a few years, maybe, and I didn't like use this a lot. I use this to take um, photos when me and my wife got married. Like we take a honeymoon. I think in UK. Um, and yeah, amazing days. And but that time, I did not have a lot of skill. I just use this camera and use most of the time use just the auto mode. Okay, and still my wife is pretty satisfied with the photo. Yeah, so but things are like dive into the digital art. I want do things better. Okay, so I'll learn from scratch and yeah, actually bring a lot of things like redundant things. It's obsolete right now, absolutely, but there's no way that I'm using these tools to full potential. So that's the reason I bring it out and start this series. So I use all this equipment, gadget to capture the moment. Okay, capture a moment, and then later I will bring it into my creative desktop. I set up a ad hoc studio. I recently bought some light for my studio, so I got a better vibe when I record video, and yeah, then I will like create. Um, I have a few things in mind. So first is that I will post processing the original photography or videography, and then later I will add things. Okay, so if I just add it, it's like just like adding filters or let the algorithm to this work. It's not fun. Okay, I want to modify it. I want to based upon it, maybe use this as kind of reference, maybe, or maybe I will just create based on the real thing. Or maybe I'll take a video and like add anchor to the video in Blender or something, some software like this, and create a digital sphere, and then create my animation or modeling or something like that, or maybe even game based on the real footage. So that's what I have in mind. Okay, yeah, that's the reason why I start this series, and that's the reason, that's the approach that I want to tackle this bad boys about photography as well as videography. Okay, so it will be I think it will be a pretty long series because I'm constantly learning things. And if you want to follow along, okay, let's also talk about equipment. You want to follow along. If you don't have like fancy gadgets, like me, okay, I don't have fancy gadgets. I just, yeah, all of that is a second-hand, and long obsolete. But yeah, you can still follow along because you can also just use your phone. Okay, you can use your iPhone or any Android phone. I think recently the phones just got a great improvement of their filming, um, like the camera side, camera wise, and you can do a lot of things by just using phones. So our approach, the photography, I think, or and videography, mainly use like the phone as well as camera. Okay, so if you, I want to focus on the theory and the design, the composition, the light, the color, and the post processing part rather than about the gadget part because if I do a tutorial say about say Nikon or Canon or something like that, there's like if if your camera is like a completely different camera, you may not be able to like follow along. But I want to focus more on the basic theory. So, say if it's not this button, but you know what I'm adjusting, say ISO or something like that, and then you can find that specific part where you can modify this as well. So that's what I have in mind. So whether you have a phone, have a camera, have yeah, um, all that, you can do it. Yeah, uh, yeah. Thanks. Bye.